Hi, folks. Welcome back to Pop Pop Fizzle. I'm Jeff.
I'm Heidi.
And we're back with more WandaVision, Long Division, something. I get all these things confused. I watch way too much television, basically, is the point. We last left our friends, Wanda and Vision, in kind of a peculiar situation.
Yeah.
Inside of Westview, Wanda was desperately trying to save Vision by expanding the hex field outward. Meanwhile, Vision had worked really hard to get out of the hex field to warn the folks outside, Sword,
Didn't work out well for
that the
him.
people in town needed help, and he seemed to be getting pulled apart. What happened with our Sword friends that we've been following there, honey?
They were turned into clowns.
Well, not our friends, no.
No, not our friends. Let's see.
Well, Darcy got taken in by the
She
hex
got taken
field.
in, and Jimmy Woo and Rambeau got away.
Right.
So.
And they were on their way to meet Monica Rambeau's mysterious friend, her astrophysicist friend. So we will see what that means. Oh, I hear a siren. Do you hear a siren?
I hear a siren.
Maybe they're headed for Westview.
Maybe.
Or maybe it's just the great Texas winter apocalypse still producing its nonsense all around us.
Pretty much.
That's entirely possible. But we actually are doing okay. We got power back. We've got had water for the majority of the day, or all of today. Had it for some of yesterday. So we're kind of back to normal.
Yeah, the temperatures are above freezing, and the snow actually melted somewhat, but of course it's going to be below freezing tonight, so we're going to get more ice.
That's right.
Not exciting.
But we were able to squeak out of the house long enough to get some of our beloved Whataburger, not a sponsor. Anyway, that's it. We are going to jump into this next episode, which is called Breaking the Fourth Wall. Interesting. Definitely curious to see what this is all about. A few things that we need to get clear before we jump into this episode. First, if you like this sort of content, you can let us know that by hitting the thumbs up. And consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, because that helps us continue to keep content in front of you that you like. Also, if you want to see the full version of this, what do they need to do, hon?
They need to join Patreon.
Need to join Patreon. This gets you not access just to WandaVision, but to everything that we do a reaction to, including Farscape and Heidi's Deep Space Nine reactions, everything.
Yes.
So you want the full reactions, go to Patreon. $5 a month gets you everything.
Everything.
It's like a buffet. All you can eat. You pay the $5, you get everything. That's how it works.
That's how it works.
If you'd like to support the channel, but you don't want to do Patreon because you can't do the monthly thing, we understand that. Times are hard for everybody. No worries. We're just glad you're here. But if you want to do a one-time contribution, you can do that through the Cash App or Venmo. Heidi tells me she's got one of those things, whatever that is.
I do.
And we'll put that information in the link, in the information down below as well. Anything else?
No, I'm just really excited about this.
I am too. We have been digging the show, and I know, it's kind of weird. You jump online, you want to see what people are saying about the show, which we only do after we've seen the latest episode because we don't get spoiled for anything. But I see so many people going, it's too slow for me. Is this 30 minutes at a time? And blah,
Oh my
blah,
gosh.
blah.
It's people who had never actually watched television.
It's like, that's just television. That's how television works.
I remember telling some coworkers of mine who happened to be 15 to 20 years my junior, that I was so lame. It took me 10 years to finish Friends. And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, because I watched it every Thursday night for 10 years. Yeah. And that's how it works. It works great as a binge show, but, that wasn't available to me at the time.
Yeah, and really I feel like binging a show like WandaVision would be a mistake because the whole thing is that it leaves you questions at the end of every episode that you can ponder and try to decipher and pick apart for the week that you're waiting for the next episode. So I'm personally enjoying watching it that way.
Same.
If you disagree, let us know in the comments down below. You're free to do that. We'd love to hear from you down there. But we're not going to waste any more of your time. We're going to We're going to dive, I can't talk, right in to WandaVision. I think there's a hex on me, actually. It's possible. Anyway, we're going to jump in.
Mom, are you coming down soon? Mom, our game is freaking out.
Interesting hex pattern on her bedspread.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that shouldn't be happening.
Yeah. Oh.
This is very Modern Family looking.
My head feels weird. It's like really noisy.
Huh. Really? Oh, there we go. Huh.
Make sure the team has everything they need. We launch today.
Yes, sir.
Lunch? What you launching?
Nothing good.
You
You're the new clown?
Sure.
At least you're already in makeup. You're late for rehearsal with the escape artist. Come on.
Escape artist?
Yeah, I'm not great at this gig, I gotta be honest. It doesn't really speak to my skills. I put in for the bearded lady, but this alabaster complexion wasn't fooling anyone.
Do you want to go look for him?
Well, if he doesn't want to be here, there's nothing I can do about it.
Whoa.
Hey, Mom. Last night, Uncle P said that thing about re-killing Dad.
Don't believe anything that man said. He is not your uncle. I'm starting to believe that everything is meaningless.
Oh.
I mean, you're welcome to draw your own conclusions, of course, but that's just where I'm at. Okay, so maybe I went a little too dark there. But they'll be fine.
A little
Vision is
overshare.
made of vibranium. They literally inherited tough skin.
And are you sure you want your boys with Agnes?
Mm-hmm.
Someone needs to be here to take care of you.
Boys, I'll be fine. Just go with Agnes.
I promise I won't bite. I actually did bite a kid once.
Agnes,
Okay.
you are a lifesaver.
Yeah, different decades, different. So she's changed the matter of things to match the decade, and now they're trying to change back to things they've been before.
I think so. You're not fine.
Of course.
There they are.
Who?
Who they are. Where they are.
Who are? Why is Gamora?
What?
What? I don't know what the heck I'm talking about, honey.
Oh, wow.
She's perfect.
This camera works a little bit Arrested Development, too.
Oh, yeah.
No, please, just hear me out. Right. I believe that you were part of a team monitoring a supernatural anomaly, and now, well, you're in it.
Fine, I'll go out with you, but I'm ordering the lobster.
Well, that was easy.
Hello, self. You know, part of me secretly wanted a guest spot on the show, but seriously, that sucked.
Look, what is your name, your real name?
Darcy Lewis.
Dr. Darcy Lewis, I intercepted a communication regarding your work. Are my children safe?
That I don't know.
And who's that imposter Pietro?
Beats me. Aha! Let's roll.
Nice.
I can't fix it.
Hmm.
Do you think maybe this is what you deserve?
Who's the interviewer?
What?
Yeah.
Who's the interviewer?
You're not supposed to talk.
A unique antidepressant
Ooh.
that works to anchor you back to your reality. Or the reality of your choice. Side effects include feeling your feelings, confronting your truth, seizing
Same
your
dude.
destiny, and possibly more depression. You should not take Nexus unless your doctor has cleared you to move on with your life. Nexus. Because the world doesn't revolve
right.
around you. Or does it?
You're quiet, Agnes. On the inside. Do you think our mom is okay?
Oh, for sure. You try telling a 10-year-old that his mother is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Oi.
What happened to sailing right through?
The density is matching her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm close! It's gonna get!
Oi.
Oh, boy.
Oh. Oh, my. It's like half
Wow.
suburban, half that other thing.
I can get through.
Oh my gosh, this is ungood. Oh my goodness, that's... Whoa. Uh-huh, there we go. Whoa. Huh.
Hello, Bright Eyes.
Yeah, huh? Oh, wow. Can she see everything?
She's seeing all the different spectrums.
Oh,
Spectrum.
Ah, very nice. Wow.
Oh, man, another red light? Overkill out in the sticks here, don't you think?
Yes. I think that Wanda is creating these impediments to stop me returning home.
What I do know is I've been watching WandaVision for the past week, and the love you two have is real.
What are you doing?
Wanda,
How did you get in here?
listen to me. This whole thing is about Vision.
Get out of my house.
Hayward was trying to bring him.
Don't talk to me about that. I don't want to hear about it.
Oh, superhero landing.
The only lies I've told are the ones you put in my mouth. Don't let him make you the villain.
Maybe I already am.
I think you overstayed your welcome.
Oh.
Poor Wanda's been through enough.
This doesn't concern you. Wanda?
Run along, dear.
There you go.
So I'll just meet you there then.
Where are the twins?
Oh, they're probably just playing in the basement.
Well, this place looks nice and normal.
Uh-huh. Uh-oh.
You didn't think you were the only magical girl in town, did you? The name's Agatha Harkness.
Finally.
Lovely to finally meet you, dear.
Who's been messing up everything? It's been Agatha all along.
Very Munsters.
Interesting.
And I killed Sparky, too.
Oh! Oh.
Boy.
Ah!
Now, I've heard on good authority that there is a mid-credit sequence. So we're going to be quiet. We'll get to the mid-credit sequence and then we'll talk. Ooh. That's a purple energy.
Gonna snoop.
Ooh.
All right, that is it for another episode of WandaVision. This one, Breaking the Fourth Wall. Heidi, your thoughts?
I thought it was super interesting that Monica was able to keep her memories and personality intact when she went in this time. I think that was, I think we were meant to get that by her kind of reliving some memories as she was going through it.
Right, so. Using those things to power her, basically, her determination, her will, to get through. Yeah, that was interesting for sure. Although we've been trying to give the benefit of the doubt to Director Hayward, the notion that he is using Vision, or was trying to use Vision as a weapon, makes sense. Now, whether or not he's behind all of this and Agatha is somebody that he's using, or whether he was just trying to use Vision's body while it was at Sword and this is sort of out of his hands, this is something that's happened since, we don't know that yet.
I think it's the latter. I don't think it's the former. Okay. I don't think that he is the type of person who even still believes that there are superpowered individuals. He's seen it, but he's like, nah, I don't really believe in this witchy hocus pocus stuff. So I feel like he'd be on that end.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm sure we're going to find out.
Oh, yeah.
Then the better question was, and I noticed as we were watching the credits, waiting to get to that mid-credit scene, that they listed Evan Peters. And I'm like, we haven't seen him other than like from behind in the Agnes theme song thing, but then he showed up there at the end. So that's why he was credited. I'm very curious as to who he actually is.
Yeah.
Interesting, too, that Billy started to catch on to Agnes by talking about how quiet she was inside.
Yeah.
That seemed to be
very suspect.
Very suspect, and something that is probably why Wanda did not find them when she went in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really dug this episode because I like the Vision and Darcy pairing there, as far as, Darcy being the talker and Vision having so many questions and, trying to learn from Darcy, trying to catch up, really. Yeah. And then, with Monica, her determination, her unwillingness to leave Wanda to whatever is happening inside there.
Yeah.
Makes her an interesting character as well. And then, Wanda kind of coming to grips that she's not as in control as she thought she was, but still struggling with the notion that maybe she is kind of monstrous. Maybe she is a villain. I think those things have been underscored by people in town as this has gone on.
Yeah.
If she's not really in control, but it's her power that's being used,
who's doing
then
it?
maybe the neighbors saying, is everything okay? Do you want me to change anything? Those kinds of things are reinforcing that notion that she's in control. Maybe that's part of the charade.
Yeah.
The whole notion, it feels like a lot of this stuff has been under the radar, subtle manipulation, for the children, those kinds of things. And then all of the subtlety of her being in control, her being in charge, her being, or whatever. But even then we had Norm being free of his control, saying, you got to do something. She this, you got to stop her, but not saying Wanda. So how many people know that Agnes is the real trouble? We don't know, but I feel like Agnes is at least using some people to reinforce with Wanda, you're doing this, you're to blame for all of this, which probably makes it easier to manipulate her.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm very curious about where this is going.
I am too. Yeah, I definitely liked, it was really interesting to see how out of control Wanda was, with everything kind of glitching back to different things, glitching back through the decades. But then this is very Modern Family, and you mentioned a lot of Arrested Development was kind of in there too.
Some of the styling of the camera moves and stuff like that was
for
kind of
sure. And then there was also like some what was I going to say? Office stuff in there for sure. It was interesting that the opening credits was like 98% Wanda with like 2% Vision, so that was interesting too. I really liked the strangeness of it, where like you heard like cheery music and all that, but everything was just off.
All disconcerting. Yeah.
Everything was off. There was nothing that was normal, no matter how hard she was trying to just be normal, like just have a regular day where she doesn't do anything and everything was still wrong.
And we saw Wanda say in this episode, if your father doesn't want to be here, like she's letting him, and I think that's why the credits reflected that. Like, he's still a thought, but he's kind of an afterthought right now. I'm going to have to figure this thing out. I'm, trying to piece this together on my own. But that also was underscored, and there was an undercurrent of that in the previous episode with Evan Peters saying, hey, if he wants to go and the guys need a father figure, Uncle P can step up, and doing all of that. And then he said to her, when he was trying to get her to talk about how she did everything, he's like, look, I'm not your husband. I'm your brother. You can talk to me about anything. It was a very, very much putting her at odds with Vision even before he tried to break out of that barrier.
Yeah.
So I'm very curious as to what the ultimate plan is for Agnes and for whoever she's working with or for. I don't know. Do you think she's our big bad, or do you think she's working for somebody?
Oh, she's totally working for somebody.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. She's not the only, like, she's the one on the ground doing the things, but this wasn't her plan.
Yeah, because we still don't know who Ralph is, unless Ralph is Evan Peters. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
So I don't know. Or it could be the rabbit. The rabbit could be behind it all.
Yeah.
And then Dottie will have been proven right all those years ago.
Yeah, it must be bunnies.
Yeah. Anyway, those are our thoughts. We want to know what yours are. You can let us know that in the comments down below. We love to chat with you there. And, of course, we'll be back with more WandaVision next week.
Absolutely.
We're sorry about the delays in our uploads. Like I said, the great Texas winter apocalypse has been upon us, and we've done the best that we can. Some things are late. Some things are still going to be late for a little bit because we're playing catch-up on edits and that kind of thing. But stick with us. We'll get back to a normal schedule as soon as possible. And we appreciate your patience during all of that. And we appreciate you watching along with us today.
Thank you so much, everyone.
As we said before, if you want to watch the full uninterrupted version of this reaction, you can find that at Patreon. But really, until then, we'll just see you next week and watch along as we try to wrap this thing up. We got 2 more episodes.
2 more episodes.
Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy.
It's been a very fast-paced ride, it feels like.
Yeah.
And in spite of the fact that they're giving us these little doses week to week, it feels like things have really been full speed ahead from the start. So I'm really excited to see how we land this plane.
Same.
All right, that's it for us. Until next week, folks.
Bye.
Bye.